Okay. Right. So today we are going to do an interesting activity. Okay, let's just see that who would perform very best. Okay. Have you all seen that some advertisements are there in the television? They are really interesting. Okay. When you watch them, you feel, wow, what a lovely shampoo. I should try out and see. Oh, that body lotion is going to make my skin a milky smooth. Likewise, we feel right like that. Okay, that means we have already got attracted to that particular advertisement. Specifically, we do not know what the product is, but that performance has given you the particular message. It has already persuaded you. When go and try it out. Likewise. Okay. So that's why I thought of giving today. Right. Who's ready at the moment? Camera. Who's ready? Farzana, would you like to accept the very first opportunity? As Farzana is an entrepreneur. Farzana?
Yes, ma'am. Good evening.
There.
The voice is lagging.
Perfect. Okay, hang on. Try your level best to switch on your camera. Then it's going to be interesting.
Today I am not in a position to
apologize for that inconvenience, my dear. What about now? Okay, fine. But others try your level best, because with your performance, when we can enjoy it visually, it would be more interesting. That's why. Okay, right. Farzana, go ahead.
Yeah. So when you, after that only, when you say those things, then only I looked around my room. Okay, in my room now, it's not my room, my grandson's room, like a baby room. So, okay, these days I'm also using his product, because it is rather better than if we are using adult product, because baby products are good for our health, as well as these days we are facing the very hot sunny day. So it will burn our skin, and we need more water to our body. Okay, so I feel like then I never buy these days any product for me individually, because I'm using my grandson's product, because it's more productive, and it's so healthier than what I using before. I feel like, okay, I don't know, it's for others it's a right call or the wrong call for others. Okay, this is my belief. Moreover, I would like to say, while I was using those kind of things, so I get some moisture in my body, and I get a good feeling, because when I use the kind of body lotion, it gives me the feeling cool, as well as when I using the baby clone, so it's take me to my childhood. So those are the things.
Okay, right. Thank you so much, Farzana. Right, interesting. Okay, Samantha, would you like to show your product for the audience and go ahead with the performance?
Okay, madam. Right. Good evening, everyone. Today I introduce a product. That product most of the people know, because it is used for a power. Get your power. It is a power generator. Most of the time in current situation, lot of areas have a lot of power cuts. I will give you a solution for that, because it is very good product for homes and hotels and commercials building, and any other commercial places. You can use this generator for your backup current. And this product is coming from European. This European product. This product have certification ISO and BS certification, and a lot of certification have this product. This products in Sri Lanka since over 25 years in Sri Lanka. That's why a lot of people using this generator for your backup power. And if you want to buy this generator, you can buy in our distributor point, and we give 24/7 service for every generator. And also we have a lot of spare parts. You can repair if your generator. We have island-wide service stations. You can solve out your problem. And I think it is most suitable product for you all one. And if you want to know about the product, if you you can contact my number, and you can get more information for this. Thank you very much.
Very nice, wonderful. Okay, Tarushi, next opportunity goes to you.
Good
Make
evening,
it quite
everyone.
middle, my dear. Then it's going to be visible. Okay.
This is a water bottle. This is made by aluminium. It's better than plastic, and everyone use the water bottle their day-to-day life works. And many students bring the water bottle their school. We can use the water bottle and storage normal water, cool water, and hot water. It's a very valuable thing of our life. Thank you.
Very nice, interesting so far. Okay, so Nuan, why don't you hit the opportunity?
Yeah, thank you, ma'am. Yeah, I have today I have something special thing for you. This is the milk bottle. Everyone know about that. So that is the Kotmale chocolate favorable milk box. This is a very interesting and very tasty drink. One time you use this one, I know, I feel you every day use this one, and this is the good ingredient. You know, milk, raw milk, Coca-Cola powders, like that include this one. That one is very healthy for your healthy life, and you can give your child or your grandmother, grandpa, everyone. You can use anything, any problem. So yeah, I would like to inform you. You can try one time this milk box.
And see
Thank
the
you.
difference. Try it out one time and see the difference, right? Okay, interesting. Right, Ronnie, it's yours.
Yes, ma'am. Good evening. Good evening, ma'am and all. First of all, thank you very much for giving this opportunity for me to introduce about this advertisement that actually I found this bottle of jam. Just clearly mentioned that it is ingredients, and it's a wood apple jam. Clearly mentioned that expiry date and manufacturing date also, and the price also, and it is cost 350, and expiry date is some one year ahead, and I think normally my little one is fond of this jam. Actually, she always tries to eat this, and normally when my wife is in hurry in the morning time, she used to give the jam and bread and jam and butter some most of the time. And I have to mention that in wood apple, normally you can get the wood apple once per year, but I have heard about that they use more pumpkin to prepare every day. Therefore, don't do away with this. My advice is that do away with this. But, normally, we can't find out the wood apple and the other fruits also. And once per year, we can get the fruit stone, and therefore, they use only more pumpkin as ingredients. Sometimes more than 50% they will use the pumpkin. Therefore, I think as per this the ingredients are sugar and acid sugar, water, and yes, like that. Because of that, I think this is an artificial one. Therefore, I think this product is not suitable to use daily. Just like that.
Okay, right. You have given much details about the particular brand, right? Okay. Thank you so much, everyone, for your cooperation with the activity. So now I have one question to ask from you. What did you do in front of your audience? What did you do in front of this particular audience? This concentrate, this is an audience, virtual audience. What did you do? I'm getting the signal error, guys. Well, am I clearly audible and visible to you all? Am I clearly audible and visible to you all now?
Yeah, ma'am.
Not to,
For me,
right.
you're
Okay. Really apologize, my dear. It's time to time happening now. I'm just confused with it. Right. However, let's move on. What did you do in front of the class, in front of your audience?
Yeah, we did the small presentation.
Exactly. Yes. You actually presented something, right? Yes. So to present this, what skill did you use in you? To present all your brands and products, what skill did you use?
Communication.
AI, on one hand, it's communication. Perfect. I'm expecting one word from you all before I get into the presentation of mine today to teach you. Did you perform something? Did you perform something throughout your presentation? Did you?
Yeah.
Yes, you guys performed. Okay, you presented a brand, either any product. Okay, meanwhile, you perform what it is and how we could, your performance was there, right? Very interesting. Specifically, Nuan, Ronnie, Tarushi, three of you showed the particular brand. Okay, it's actually interesting so far, but Samantha, if you are going to show that generator for us, we are going to be confused in here, right? But others, you all have performed it very nicely. Okay, right. So that's what you all did. Okay, fine. So today our lesson is about presentational skills development, right? This is the most significant lesson for you all because this is going to be, this lesson is in your final exam. Okay, not only for the exam, but remember, this presentational skills should be there as an individual when you're performing in your career. Okay, if you are a student, when you get into the university, again, through the university also, you have to time go ahead with the presentation. So presentational skills are obviously required for your personal growth, academical growth, and it's aligned with your job position and the career as well. Okay, right. So while I'm delivering this presentation lesson to you, make sure if you have any single question, keep asking. Okay, right. So today I'm going to start with the basic presentational material, and tomorrow we are concentrating about the advanced. So all the students that who are engaging with our lesson today, I believe it's going to give you a great knowledge with the vast experience with your career as well. Okay, so there are a couple of presentations for you, and let me introduce both presentations. Then it's going to be really comfortable for you to get to know about these things. So today our lesson, and this is going to be the very first presentation that I'm going to go ahead with you all today. Well, that's the very first part that I'm going to guide you. And the next part is the advanced presentational skills development. So you all could get the vast knowledge about how professionally you are going to make your presentation and how you're gonna take part with it. And the next important fact is what are the required skills, factors, and areas you have to focus on. Okay. So throughout this, we are going to mention about the introduction, building confidence, okay, engaging the audience, visual aids, and final tips, all those things. So as you mentioned, Nuan, we are going to concentrate about the communication. Yes, while you are making a presentation, the communication skills are again going to be highlighted. And nervous feeling is always there as a presenter, okay, right? So how to overcome that particular obstacle? Engage in your audience, okay? Remember, your presentation is going to be conducted in front of an audience, and your audience should be always attentive to your presentation. Other than that, your presentation is going to be single one. How it comes? You are just presenting and your audience is just taking their attention away. That's the scenario, okay? So let's concentrate how you can get the attention of the audience, how you are going to just persuade them accordingly. Meanwhile, keep engaged. Engaging is the tough part ever. So let's focus on that throughout this presentation and how you are required to go ahead with selecting visual aids. Okay, what are the specific areas you have to focus on, and what tips you have to concentrate. Likewise, we will concentrate. And effective delivery techniques in here, okay? Yes, likewise. So tomorrow we are going to concentrate about the advanced part. Okay. Right. So at the very first, let's focus about the presentation and what is presentation, what are the audience type, what are the presentational types. After that, how you are going to outline your presentation, then what are the specific areas you have to focus on. Likewise, are you all ready? Are you all ready to learn it? Do you feel it's really significant fact for your career and all? Yeah, thank you so much. And let's move on. Okay, presentational skills development. Right. You know what, guys? Presentational skills development is the way to become an effective presenter. Okay, when you present something in an effective way, okay, in an effective manner, it's going to be really interesting. Okay, and the other thing is you should know what are the skills a presenter should have. So all those things we are going to learn throughout this particular lesson. And don't forget, it's in your exam, so you are always eligible to ask any question that you feel, and make sure you also get in touch with the areas. If you get any uncomfort throughout any theoretical part, make sure you require the clarification and move on with it. Right. As I have asked from you all, what is a presentation? Guys, the presentation is a performance. Okay, it's a performance you deliver in front of an audience to achieve the relevant purpose. Okay, there are 3 points, guys. Presentation is a performance. You perform something to where? For an audience. Don't forget, if you make a presentation, there should be an audience to enjoy it, observe it, and pursue it. Not only that, but achieve the relevant purpose, also another great point that you have to concentrate. Throughout your presentation, you are required to convey your message and give something to the relevant audience and achieve the purpose of conducting this particular presentation. Okay, right. So keep that 3 significant points in your mind, because based on them, you are going to create your presentation and perform it accordingly. Right. Types of the presentation. So now you know what's a presentation. So there are 4 types of presentation that we most probably conduct. Okay, the very best presentation is the motivational presentation. Okay, if you have a target audience that they really require the motivation. Okay, they are like sometimes they have any mental issue, either working depression and any other requirement of getting motivate themselves. So you can make a motivational presentation and persuade them throughout your presentation to overcome their life challenges. And number 2, informational presentation. As an example, you might have engaged with some informational presentations such as some dengue preventing. Okay, so they are giving information to you how you have to just attend to clear your garden compound and how you want to just keep it clean, all those things. So they convey actually the information to you. Okay, that's one example actually, but there are ample of examples throughout the informational presentation. Any presentation, if it gives you the sufficient information about the required part, either any certain area, so that is actually the informational presentation. Third part is what? Right now you are engaged with. I'm doing an academical presentation to you, right? So you are getting live experience of academical presentation. Okay, throughout the academical presentation, you actually learn many things. You interact with your lecturer, your teacher, and you facilitate yourself with sufficient knowledge. You clear your difficult areas and get much clarification of the particular subject, right? Then the 4th part is business presentation, and they are really interesting. Why? Because business presentation always concentrate about their business. They're not actually taking their mind out of any other, but very certain, specific, and focused to their particular business matters, right? So there are 4 types of presentations that I'm recalling back: motivational, informational, academical, and business presentation. So throughout these 4 presentations, you could select any. Okay, for your exam, if you really feels that it's great that I select motivational presentation and I select my audience as the poor people, okay, the part some group of poor laborers, I'm going to motivate them to how to become more effective in their field and how they could save their money for future safety, like any criteria you may use for that. Okay, and information, you may just concentrate about any specific area which is requiring the information for the audience and go ahead. Academical also accepted. Okay, if you are finding out any theoretical area and you go to present to the audience, fine. And specifically, business presentations would be ideal. Why? Because at the end of the day, we all get into this job field. So at that time, you are required to go ahead with most probably business presentations, right? Okay, any questions so far? Did you understand about these 4 presentational patterns?
Yes,
If that's all,
madam.
put your thumb up, please. Okay, right. Thank you. Now I'm going to take your attention for the importance of the presentations. Number 1 is personal satisfaction. Okay, if you have ever done any presentation in front of an audience, you are getting your personal satisfaction as a presenter. Then persuade the audience. As we have already mentioned earlier, we are already having the relevant purpose to achieve. So when you achieve your relevant purpose, when you persuade your audience, you actually feel comfortable so far, right? Share the information, developing the vocabulary and developing the vocabulary. Remember, when you are presenting, you actually get to know about how you're going to share the information, how you're going to convey your ideas to the audience, and develop your vocabulary range and structure your speech properly. Likewise, those are actually self-improving areas, right? The next part, better formal language are used to keep the audience interest. Remember, okay, when we communicate with our friends, either colleagues who are very close with us, we actually use informal language. Hi, how is it going? Then I don't know, very basic English. But remember, when you have a formal relationship, when you have formal stage, you must have to use formal language only. You have to be more polite with your language. Okay, so presentation is a formal situation. Therefore, if you want to keep the audience interest, make sure you use better formal language. Okay, we have learned about what are the formal language. I have mentioned you through the meetings what type of formal language you can use and what are the basic English to the advanced likewise. So make sure you apply all those things while you are presenting. Okay. Then the last part is motivate and win the audience. If you're performing as a presenter, you would definitely get that feeling, I want to win this audience. Okay. Then you are going to learn about what are the tips you can convey to win the audience and motivate them, encourage your audience to success with their requirement. Be satisfied with your presentation as well. So throughout the personal experience, you would realize how the motivation and win the audience would be effective to your life as well. Okay, now I'm moving to the next part. If you already know that there are 4 types of presentations to do in front of an audience, you should definitely have the better understanding about what type of audiences that you are going to be addressed. So there are 5 types of audiences, guys. Okay, the very first audience is neutral audience, same as y'all. Neutral audience always listen to the presenter, concentrate what presenter says, and get them comfort, make them more facilitated based on, depend on the presenter. They actually very calm and quietly listen what presenter presents to them. Okay. Then the next part, hostile audience. Difficult, hard-going audience. Have you ever met any audience that always asking questions, always annoying, always disagreeing with your statements, always just challenging with your things? Have you ever met? For me, fortunately, I have never met, just because most of the time when I'm teaching, the audience is comfortable. Okay, always neutral. Thank God I have met neutral audience. But I believe sometimes you might have seen, even though you were not in that position, you haven't get that experience. I believe that sometimes you might have seen the hostile audience. They actually, while you're conducting your presentation, they bring the disagreement. Okay, no, I'm not agreeing with you. You know what? The thing you're sharing is right. You know, always challengeable. No, this is not the practical method. Will you suggest any other method for us? Like this, they're always annoying, right? That is called the hostile audience. Okay, while you are conducting your presentation, you must understand what type of audience have you got. Okay, then uninformed audience, most probably depending and waiting for your information. So you have to be really certain when you convey your message. I mean, when you convey your information to the audience, because they have no idea about what you say, but you're the person who's going to facilitate them to get the much information, and you must verify whether they are accurate. I mean, the accuracy of your information, clarity of your information, and make sure you always keep a backup for clarification, because sometimes the information that you share to the audience, they won't get them properly. Okay, so let me to introduce them like they are thirsty to get the information from you. Okay, they are thirsty to get the information from you. They are the audience called uninformed audience. Next one, expert audience. With the word of expert, I believe that you already found the meaning. Expert means they know what you do. They are the expertise that you do in front of them. As an example, the panel of examiners. Okay, the panel of examiners. Why? Because they are expert what you do. Okay, they're gonna judge on you. They actually just check in whether you're doing the correct thing. Likewise, so that is the expert audience. And finally, I would like to mention the business audience, who are always focused on their business and the benefits, what you have bought for the business. Likewise, so business audience is always concentrate about the business facts only. Okay, so 5 audience types are neutral audience, hostile audience, uninformed audience, expert audience, and business audience. So there are 4 types of presentations and 5 types of audiences. Understood? Any question? Because before you do the presentation, you should understand what are the presentations and what type of presentations we could do. To whom, I mean your audience, you may recognize them accordingly. Okay, now I'm moving to the next part. Let's create your presentation. This is the next challengeable part. Okay, you know the theoretical areas, you know your presentation type and the audience. Now, how you gonna create an effective presentation? Let me to give you some interesting tips that you have to concentrate when you are preparing your presentation. Okay, and one more thing, most probably when it comes to a presentation, people believe that the PowerPoint presentations are always the perfect presentations. Not at all. Why? When you make a PowerPoint presentation, it's actually based on the new technology and people would get more convenient throughout that. But remember, your presentation should be based on kind of an image, any brand, any product, either any introduction of a person, likewise. Okay, presentations are not only the PowerPoint presentation. Do not keep that wrong mentality in you. Okay, sometimes people are thinking that presentation, oh my heaven, I have no idea about how to go ahead with the Microsoft PowerPoint and just create my presentation. So don't worry, you may come up with another any visual aid. Okay, actually this PowerPoint presentation is one of visual aids. Okay, That's not the entire presentation. But we invite you to go ahead with a PowerPoint presentation for your exam because you are going to make a research. So to bring your research information, evidences and everything, it's really going to be effective and comfort for you all to go ahead with the PowerPoint presentation. Meantime, the examiner also getting much clearer information throughout that. Okay. But sometimes when the people think, okay, am I audible enough to you? Am I clearly audible to you all? What about now?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Now is
teacher.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Right. So let's move on. So sometimes some presenters are actually bringing different types of visual aids.
Yes.
Sometimes they are, yeah, thank you. They are like any object, any photograph, any poster, any collection of images, those things. Okay, they are also part of visual aids, right? Now let's concentrate how you are going to create your presentation. The point is outline the presentation. First, you have to find out what your topic is, what your audience is, and what type of a presentation that you are going to do. These three things you have to finalize before you create the presentation. Then outline the presentation accordingly. Okay, so you are outlining. That means you are just designing, all right, how many slides I have to create. So what would be the very first slide? Okay, what are the information I really going to include? Likewise, graph it and practice. Then you are graphing it. Okay, what you do is you put your information to your PowerPoint presentation, apply it, okay, and you double check whether they are in the proper order. Okay, are the information really authentic, specific, and certain as well? Then you double check, are those correct? And specifically, you have to concentrate about your spellings and grammar. Okay, spellings and grammar are also another concern. Then practice it. Remember, each and every presenter who's conducting their presentation, it's not the very first time they are bringing the presentation and perform it in front of the audience. Okay, they have already practiced for several times. Okay, and they have again made some techniques to present it to the audience. Likewise, so practice it accordingly. You know the length and width of your presentation, so you can handle it in a fascinating manner to your audience. Okay, ideas across. Remember, whatever the opinion, ideas, and your suggestions, you have to convey them particularly. Okay, you have to just identify what are those, and you have to just bring them in a clarified manner if it's not any in a clear manner. After that, convey it to your audience. Okay, then attempt of satisfying your audience. I never ask a presenter to satisfy your audience. Why? To be very honest, none of person can satisfy the entire audience like nothing. Only I can do. That's why my students are just keep quiet and listening, because they are always getting the satisfaction, right? Yeah, just a simple job, guys. Okay. Actually, attempt. You have to try your level best to satisfy your audience. But remember, even though you do the perfect job, there would be at least one more two-person who would say like from that. Likewise, okay. So you obviously cannot be avoided them just because that's a nature of it. Okay, because person to person they have their certain spectacles to observe your presentation. So make sure majority are giving you a great round of applause with their happy faces. So that's why I'm asking you to attempt of satisfying your audience. Okay? And key message. Always keep kind of, how could I say that? Kind of a certain message in your presentation. That message is going to be really valuable and interesting to engage with your audience. Okay, that's up to you. Deciding your certain message is up to you because you are the order of your presentation. So your key message is again dependent according to you. Okay, according to your thinking pattern, whatever the areas you have highlighted, likewise. But at the end of the day, key message should be there. And plan your delivery. Yes, we have already spoken about key message, how you have to just share that to your audience. And finally, in creating the presentation, plan your delivery effectively. So I'll require to plan your delivery effectively. If it's not, you're going to be stuck in front of your audience. You're gonna get uncomfort because you won't get that proper flow to your mind, how you're gonna convey your message, your information and the significant points likewise. So you must have to plan your delivery effectively. Okay, you should know the order of your presentation. And one point I would like to highlight, just remember, once a time while I was just actually engaging with the presentation, my lecturer mentioned that if you have 20 slides in your presentation, you should certain each and every slide. Why? Just imagine suddenly there's a power cut. Either you have just, there was something with your presentation which you cannot be opened in front of your audience. So are you going to say that, I'm sorry, today I'm not in position to make the presentation? No. Why? You must be a responsible, presenter. So you are required to be certain what you are going to deliver. If you just lose your visual aids, your presentational aids, whatever the thing, at the end of the day, you are required to make a significant presentation to your audience. Okay, so you should be very certain with your slides, practice them, and plan your delivery effectively. These are the areas you have to actually concentrate while you are creating the presentation. Any question? Because at the end of the day, you are going to do this part. So if you have any question, please make sure to go ahead with them. Did you get everything what I said? What I have mentioned throughout these tips? If you have any question, you may raise them. No questions.
Madam,
Yes, go on.
When I explain about happiness or some kind of attitude, how we can do it, presentation. Yeah,
Well,
there are no.
so let's move on with. Actually, you can move that according to the motivational presentation. Let's just say that attitudes. Okay, your topic is about, your concept is about the attitudes. So you could motivate your audience. You may select target group of people to motivate them to have the positive and effective attitudes to the community. Okay, throughout that, when you are drafting your presentation, you make sure you get the interesting topic related with the attitudes. Okay, then you introduce the humanity and what are the emotions that people usually get and how our attitudes are changing. Okay, so how we have to just interact with other people in a kind manner, likewise, and give some ideas across. Then keep a key message, why you selected attitudes and what message, what significant point you want to convey to the audience. and plan your delivery. You may use any certain video clip, okay, any certain video clip which actually showcase that attitude's really valuable, okay. I'm not pretty sure whether you guys have watched this particular video. Just because your question one, I would like to share it with you. This was actually well famous in social media few months earlier. There was a very poor boy, okay, who has not much with him, but he was actually sharing things to the people. He was actually giving half of his lunch packet, and while he was actually walking, he saw that there's a poor girl, begging. Okay, so he has facilitated her to study, and there was a granny who were very alone at home, and he was actually keep some plantain for her to eat. Likewise, okay, and he was having positive attitudes regarding what he does. Okay, so at the end of the video, we saw that all the positive attitude of that boy has made a significant fruit. Fruit means not the fruit that you are eating. Very good result. Okay, the poor begging girl already studied. The old lady was actually being happy with somebody's care by thinking somebody's caring. Likewise, you may just bring a certain video clip also to emphasize what you're really gonna deliver to your presentation. Okay. Yes, Noah, did you get the idea?
Yeah, ma'am.
Yes, some people, before they get started with the presentation, they actually play a video, okay, to get the attention and to just give a hint for the audience what he is going to do. If it's not, they actually, the presenter is doing a simple survey to the audience. They actually giving a piece of paper and ask them to write something about based on his topic. As an example, Nuan's topic is attitude. So write something regarding the positive attitude, make one line. Then you are given piece of paper and ask the audience to write one line regarding the positive attitude. So you pick all those things and read few selected piece of papers and what the audience has written. Based on that, you keep your step to the presentation. Likewise. So actually, presentation is kind of an interesting part according to the beginning point that you get into. The very first step that you keep to the presentation is going to be great to continue with your presentation. Okay, right. Now let's move on with the last part, key areas to consider. If you are a presenter, your first impression is really required. Your appearance, pleasant looking, and your attire. Have you all ever heard about, there's a set called your attire speaks before you. Okay, it says that people most probably judge on you with your attire. Okay, sometimes we have seen that there are some people who are really educated and they are going to do something really attractive in front of the audience, but their first impression is really dull. Okay, they actually do not showcase that they are the presenter. So if that first impression is not up to the standard, we feel dull with it, right? Okay, so make sure when you do a presentation, you maintain all, make sure when you are doing a presentation, you get the first impression in a high level. Your appearance, pleasant looking, attire. These 3 points are going to be scored to get your first impression. Okay, and non-verbal communication. There are a couple of communicational methods, one called the verbal communication and the non-verbal communication. So your non-verbal communicational facts also important to be considered as your facial expressions, your eye contact, gestures, relaxed presenting. Remember, guys, your facial expressions, what you really gonna act out in front of the audience. Okay, so make sure you have pleasant facial expressions, not dull, even not uncomfort for your audience. Okay, and eye contact. The next, not only significant, that's the most significant part ever. Why? If you are not keeping your eye contact to your audience, that your audience would think that you have already ignored them. Just imagine I actually conduct my presentation like this. I never look at yours. It says that I do whatever I want. I'm just concentrating about what I have to present today. And I'm just going to say, all right, done and dusted. But when I keep my eye contact to you, you feel something rich in our bond, right? You feel that it's for me, it's for us, okay? So that is most important, and always your eye should be focused to your audience, not the other places, either not the wall even, okay? Right. Gestures. When you are just presenting something, you should have formal related gestures. Gestures means how you move your arms in front of your audience. Okay, make sure you politely use your gestures, your body language. Okay, your body language is really required to showcase your confidence. Okay, right? So we are going to talk about the confidence specifically. So make sure you have comfortable and formal, polite gestures. Relaxed presenting. Okay. Did you all feel that I'm just going to give you the thorough knowledge, very hard lesson to your mind? No. You feel that I'm just doing something story to you, that how you want to prepare for your presentation. Why? I have my relaxed mindset and I'm presenting my presentation in that relaxed mode. Okay, so you also feel comfortable, and on the other hand, I also feel comfortable to present it in a comfortable zone. Okay, right. Then the verbal communication, you must have to practice structured your speech. When it comes to the structured your speech, make sure that you are not writing things to your slides. Okay, some people, they actually write what they're gonna say, all what they're gonna say throughout the slides. If they forget one or two words, they actually mess up with the slide. So you must have to mention what you're gonna, I always mention that go ahead with some bullet points. These bullet points showcase that what you specifically gonna mention in each and every slide. Do not write the entire speech. Okay, then you are going to be stuck if you have forgotten any couple of words. Okay, likewise, entertain your audience at least once a time or twice. Just laugh. Okay, make a simple joke to your audience. Otherwise, your audience is going to be hard. So you have to just do some humor and ask some questions and laugh with them. Okay, not to become a joker. Okay, it doesn't mean that you are going to become a joker in front of your audience, but some simple activities, any interesting stories, and make them laugh. Okay, right. Keep engaged the audience. This is actually another important part that we are going to discuss tomorrow with our second presentation. And effective visual aids. Visual aids, not only just visuals, something you watch, something you see. It's actually visual aids. Why? You get attend with them. Okay, you focus what visual you get. Okay, so make sure when you are delivering your presentation, you go ahead with an effective. There should be relevant, related to the audience type, and which is going to be short and sweet. Okay, you have to understand about your audience type and bring your visual aid, guys. Okay, as an example, just imagine your audience is very young students and you are just bringing very dull, okay, very expired videos for them. Are they really gonna engage with your visual aids? Not at all. They have no longer interest on them. So you have to understand your audience and bring the visual aids properly. Finally, I would like to emphasize that your own abilities are also effective to become a great presenter. So build up your confidence. You don't want to showcase that you got nervous, you are uncomfort in communicating further, okay? You have doubt to deliver all those things according to the given time period, but be more confident, okay? It showcases that you are ready, you have already practiced, and you are good and capable enough to encourage and persuade your audience. Be smart, okay? You have to maintain your smart actions, smart body language, smart responding to your audience. Passionate about presenting, okay? Do not think that I'm going to do something. I'm going to just bring all those things to these people. I have to think, I'm going to perform and persuade my audience. At the end of the day, one more time, make a memorable presentation to your audience. Why? Then only your audience is going to be remembered that the presenter has done something really meaningful, and it's not only for just, but for your lifetime. Okay, right? And thank you so much for the very first day of the introduction of the presentation skills of presentational skills development. I believe you have already got the proper idea and comfort of this presentation. Have you all? Is it really comfortable for you all to understand the value of presenting? And did you get the vast knowledge about all? Yes?
Yes.
Yeah.
Perfect, perfect. I'm happy so far. All right, my darling students, all the students who have got joined with us today, I'm appreciating, okay? And tomorrow it's going to be again another specific part for you to get more knowledge and experience about presentation. So hope to meet you back tomorrow. Till then, may you all have a blessed night. Thank you so much.